Hello guys, today I say one of the greatest wonder.
Once there stood a temple so grand that it was called one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Built for a goddess, admired by kings, and destroyed multiple times, today it remains a mystery of history. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, one of the greatest architectural marvels ever created. But what really happened to it? Why was it destroyed? And does anything remain today? Join me as we uncover the secrets of this lost wonder. Our journey begins in the city of Ephesus, in what is now modern-day Turkey. The first version of the temple was built around 800 BCE, dedicated to Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, the moon, and fertility. But this early temple was small and made of wood. It wasn't until around 550 BCE that the temple we truly admire today was built, this time larger than anything the world had ever seen. It was designed by the famous architect Siphon of Crete and funded by King Croesus of Lydia, one of the richest men of the ancient world. The Temple of Artemis wasn't just any temple, it was the largest in the Greek world. Let me put that into perspective. The Parthenon in Athens, smaller. The Egyptian temples, smaller. So, how big was it? The temple measured 137 meters for 150 feet long and 69 meters to 125 feet wide, with 127 massive marble columns, each 18 meters 60 feet tall. The entire structure glowed white in the sunlight, its facade decorated with intricate sculptures and reliefs of gods, warriors, and mythical creatures. At its heart stood a magnificent statue of Artemis, unlike any other. This wasn't the usual Greek depiction of a huntress with a bow. Instead, Artemis of Ephesus was shown covered in rows of mysterious bulb-like ornaments, possibly symbolizing fertility and life. The Temple of Artemis wasn't just a religious site, it was a major tourist attraction. Pilgrims from across the ancient world came to worship, trade, and admire its splendor. Even historical figures like Alexander the Great visited the temple and offered to fund its reconstruction, but the temple's priests refused, saying a god should not build a house for another god. But then, disaster struck. In 356 BCE, a man named Herostratus set fire to the temple.
Why? Simply to make himself famous. The Ephesians were so outraged that they banned his name from ever being spoken again. But ironically, his plan worked. We still talk about him today. After the fire, the people of Ephesus decided to rebuild the temple even bigger and better. This new version stood for over 600 years, surviving the rise and fall of empires. But no wonder lasts forever. Into 60 CE, the Temple of Artemis was finally destroyed by the Goths, a Germanic tribe that raided Ephesus. The final blow came when Christianity spread across the Roman Empire. The temple was abandoned, and its stones were used to build other structures, including a church. Today, almost nothing remains of this once great wonder. Only a single column stands as a lonely reminder of the temple's past glory. The Temple of Artemis was more than just a building, it was a symbol of devotion, art, and human ambition. Though it has vanished, its legend still lives on. What do you think? Should we reconstruct the Temple of Artemis? Let me know in the comments.